The mirror spoke before I did, but I don't think it was to warn me. It was cold that night, too cold to be outside for long without shelter. The full moon hung heavy in the night sky, and the stars seemed to have come out to watch the show. It was almost beautiful, except for the chill wind biting at my exposed skin and the way my empty stomach growled louder than the wind. I had left the house hours ago with nothing but the clothes on my back and the photo in my hand. My reflection stared back at me, accusing, blaming. I looked away, disgusted by what I saw. A young woman framed in the grimy window of an abandoned gas station, hair a mess, eyes hollowed with fatigue. Cheeks sunken, skin pulled tight over prominent bones. I looked like death warmed over. But I wasn't looking for pity. I was looking for answers. I went inside and found nothing but cobwebs and memories. The air hung stale and heavy, thick with the scent of decay and gasoline. The bell above the door chimed mournfully as I pushed it open, a lonely sound in the vast emptiness. The only other movement was the flickering shadows cast by the old neon sign outside, painting stripes of red and blue across the dusty floor. It was here, though, in this forgotten place, that I hoped to find something, anything that could lead me to him.
Telling you.
How long had I been walking? Days, weeks? Time had lost all meaning. All that mattered was finding him, making him understand, begging him to come back. But where would he be? What if I was too late? The thought sent a fresh wave of panic through me, squeezing my chest until it hurt. The photo in my hand was the last one I had taken with him. We were both smiling, carefree, oblivious to the shadow looming on the other side of the frame. If only I had known then what I knew now, that it would be the last picture I ever took of him. How many times I had replayed that day in my head, searching for clues, second-guessing myself. If only I had said this or done that, maybe things would have turned out differently. Maybe I wouldn't be standing here alone in a deserted gas station in the middle of nowhere. Staring at my own haunted reflection, I wanted to scream, to break the silence, but no sound came out. My throat was raw, my voice gone. Instead, I sank to the floor, the photo slipping from my numb fingers. As I watched it fall, a sudden movement outside the window caught my eye. At first I thought it was a stray animal, a dog maybe, or a raccoon. But as it got closer, I saw that it was a man. I pressed my face against the window, trying to make him out, my heart pounding. Was it him? Was he really out there? He stopped at the window and looked in. For a moment our eyes met, and I felt a jolt shoot through me. It was him, but not him. His eyes were dull, lifeless, and there was something in his posture, something in the set of his shoulders that told me he had given up. He moved away from the window and started walking towards the door. Hope flared within me, quickly doused by fear. What if he didn't want to see me? What if he hated me? What if he blamed me for everything that had happened? The door opened, and he stepped inside. Slowly, like a ghost, he materialized in front of me, his face pale, drawn. He looked haggard, like he hadn't slept in days. For a moment, we just stared at each other, the past crashing between us, threatening to drown us. Finally, he spoke, his voice raspy. "What are you doing here?" His words hit me like a slap. Why did I come? What did I expect? That he would welcome me back with open arms? After everything, after all the pain I had caused, all the lives I had shattered, what was I thinking? I started, but he cut me off. Don't speak, don't speak. His words were a harsh whisper, but they were enough. Enough to make me realize how much he had changed, how little I knew him now. The boy I had loved was gone, replaced by a stranger, someone haunted by the same darkness that had consumed me. But then his eyes, they flickered with a spark of recognition, a brief flash of the person he once was. And in that moment I saw a chance, however slim, to make things right, to apologize, to tell him the truth. But the look was gone as quickly as it had come, leaving me in the dark once more. He took a step back, his eyes narrowed, his gaze intense. "Get away from me," he whispered, the words catching in his throat. The strength drained from my limbs. I felt the tears pricking at my eyes, threatening to spill, but I blinked them back. I wasn't going to give him the satisfaction. I stood up slowly, my legs shaky. "No," I whispered, my voice hoarse. I won't leave you, not now." He flinched as if I had struck him, his hands clenched into fists. More breathing grew faster, more ragged. You don't understand, he choked out. Stay away from me. The fear in his eyes mirrored my own. I reached out to him, but he recoiled as if burned. Please, I begged, my voice cracking. Just listen to me. He shook his head, his face ashen. No, I won't listen to you. You've already said too much. His voice was a broken whisper. Stumbled back, hitting the counter, his eyes wide with terror. Don't, he breathed, his gaze locked onto mine. Won't say another word. The mirror behind him glinted, reflecting our twisted faces, frozen in a silent scream. I knew he was right, but I couldn't stop myself. I love you, I whispered, the words tumbling out. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for any of this to happen. His eyes widened, his breath hitching. For a moment, I saw a flicker of the man he once was, the boy with the kind eyes and gentle touch. But it was gone as quickly as it appeared, replaced by the haunted shell that now inhabited his body. He shook his head slowly, his eyes filled with sorrow. It's too late, he whispered, his voice breaking. We can't go back now. The mirror behind him seemed to crack, mirroring the fractured pieces of his soul. I wanted to reach out to him to pull him back from the edge, but I couldn't. All I could do was watch as he slipped further away, vanishing into the abyss that had swallowed him whole. Please, I pleaded, my voice echoing in the vast emptiness. Don't leave me. But he was gone, vanished without a trace, leaving me alone in the shattered remnants of our love story. And then the mirror spoke. Its voice echoed in my mind, cold and sharp. He never loved you. The words pierced me, echoing the truth that had been hidden beneath the surface all along. He had never loved me. Why had I thought otherwise? Why had I believed in a love that was nothing but a lie? The mirror continued, its voice relentless, its words carving into my soul. He chose her. He chose her. The pain was unbearable, like shards of glass piercing my heart. I stumbled back, my hands flying to my chest, trying to stop the pain. But the pain kept coming, relentless, unending. And then the mirror spoke again. This time its voice was soft, almost a whisper. But it was enough to send shivers down my spine. Let him go. The words hung in the air, heavy with finality. They were right. I had to let him go. But how could I let go when my heart refused to break, when my love for him refused to die? As the realization dawned on me, a single tear escaped, tracing a path down my cheek. In that moment, I understood. Our love had died long ago, and the sooner I accepted it, the sooner I could move on. With trembling hands, I wiped away my tears. The mirror reflected a woman who was broken but not defeated. I took a deep breath, steeling myself for the journey ahead. He was right. I had to leave. I had to let him go. As I turned to leave, the bell above the door chimed softly, like a mournful farewell. Outside, the wind whispered through the trees, carrying with it the scent of rain and a promise of new beginnings. With one last glance at the abandoned gas station, I walked away, my steps lighter than they had been in months. I didn't know where I was going, but I knew I was taking the first step towards healing. He may have chosen her, but I was choosing myself. And in doing so, I was finally free.